Social media is a growing phenomenon that cattlemen can and should participate in. Joining me in the studio today is Meredith Stevens, Digital Marketing Manager at NCBA. Thanks for coming to the show, Meredith.
Thanks for having me.
Well, tell us, first of all, what do you do for NCBA and specifically with the Beef Checkoff?
Sure. Primarily, I work on our consumer-facing website, beefitswhatsfordinner.com, as well as our Beef for Dinner mobile site, so consumers can access on the go when they're at the meat case. I also do the weekly e-newsletter, Beef So Simple, and also some social media tools like Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, as well as working with some state beef councils, for example, like California Beef Council, with an upcoming YouTube contest.
Oh, it sounds exciting. You mentioned Facebook and Twitter, and you know, all of us have heard about it. Some of us are on it, but I think it's still unclear how can we use those tools to inform consumers not only about beef, but about cattle production.
Sure. So one thing to know is that Twitter is called a microblogging site. So the reason that is because your posts, or tweets they call them, are restricted to 140 characters. So you can use links and ways to get your message across, but it's just using those tools in the way that they're designed to be communicated with. Facebook is a social networking site, so that it allows you to kind of upload photo albums and really become fans of your favorite companies or brands that you like to engage with. So that first knowing that how to use those tools is important. What's unique with Cattlemen is they have such a great story to tell. And nowadays, consumers are so beyond where their food comes from. They're not quite sure. There's a loss there. There's no connection. So Twitter and Facebook are great tools that cattlemen can share their stories, engage with people, because they're talking about food. They're on Facebook saying, gosh, I'm leaving for work. I'm going to go to the grocery store. What should I buy? What new marinade should I use in my beef choice? So it's a great tool to use and kind of engage with that community.
That's interesting. What other electronic tools would you recommend for cattlemen?
Sure. Well, the important thing is don't just do something because it's out there. Do what works for you. So if you like to take pictures when you're out on your farm, use something like Flickr, which is a photo sharing site where you can upload those and tag those with different key terms. So when people are searching for beef, those pictures come up. There's YouTube if you like to shoot videos when you're on the farm or your ranch. Shoot videos and upload those and really just engage with folks in the way that they're using them.
That's a great suggestion. And tell me this, for those of us that may not be as advanced as you clearly are in this, what would be some suggestions for how folks can get started just sharing their story online?
It's easy. The first thing I like to do is listen. Go into a blog, find a blog that you like to read, post a comment, share your opinion, kind of start that two-way dialogue with people, because it's really just conversations. People online having conversations about food, nutrition, and what you're doing in your life. So really listening is an easy thing you can start doing. The next thing, if you really want to kind of take it to the next level, is start a page. I know it can be scary sometimes, but get online, get on Facebook, start your own profile, kind of experiment. Everybody's learning in online and with social media in particular, so the easiest thing to do is really just get online and try it.
Yeah, and I'm online. They shame me into being online with Cattlemen to Cattlemen and our Facebook page, so I did get online. Not very good at that, but these are some great tips. What other advice would you give folks that are kind of intrigued by what you've had to say today?
Sure. Well, the one thing about social media that's really, you've heard it in mainstream media, traditional media, magazine articles, everybody's talking about Twitter and Facebook in particular. The reason is because a lot of reporters nowadays are finding their news or trends or things, focus groups almost, because they're monitoring these social media sites. So it's important to know that those conversations, they're being looked at. People are paying attention to those, and they're paying attention to what people are saying. So you really want to just engage with them, take your time. Really listening is easiest with a blogger, but Twitter and Facebook, maybe it's just, you know, with a friend, getting together and saying, hey, how do I engage with these folks? And remember, it's a two-way dialogue. It's really just, instead of an in-person conversation, it's online. And so it's really that two-way dialogue with people, because you're not trying to necessarily change their opinions, and it's not going to happen overnight, but you just want to share your story, because we all have a story to tell.
That's great. And you know, we've often talked about getting our message out. What better way to do it than electronically?
Exactly.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You bet. For details on NCBA's social media programs or to become a fan of this show on Facebook, visit our website at cattlementocattlemen.org.